ass in the desert, go I forth to my work.
Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your eminent game bastard, Kyle.
I'm Todd.
I'm Corey.
I'm Austin.
Today we are continuing with our DUNE RPG 2D20 system from Modiphius. This is the Saga of Jormungand?
I think we can come up with something better than that.
How
How about Jormungand Wild?
No.
Fuck. You guys never listen to me or accept my ideas, and I'm fucking sick of it.
No, you're right. We don't. Moving on.
The Jorm and the Restless.
Start a new thing just called Dickhead Quest, and it's just me playing games by myself and having fun.
Hey, Corey, can you get past the troll? I don't know, Corey. Let me roll some dice. Ooh, a 3. Is that enough? Yep. Doesn't
sound like me at all. I need to smoke more cigarettes.
Actually, I thought that was Corey.
So what happened to your character's last adventure?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. There was murder, intrigue, mysteries, armies, danger, whispers, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's
jalapeno poppers.
Hey.
For some jalapeno pepper. So our Dune game takes place on the planet of Jormungand. It's basically following the trials and travails of House Vent, a noble house in the Imperium. And our player characters are all very important people, nobles in House Vent. So Todd, who are you playing?
I am Swordmaster Gary, Wyoming.
I'm Abner Vent.
Okay, what does Abner do?
He's the marshal, so he's a cop.
Okay, awesome.
And I am Maxim Vent, the spy master of House Vent.
No, you're not Maxim Vent.
I'm Maxim Vito.
Corey is right.
Wow, just jazzed up your fucking guys' lot in life. Didn't it? I'm the king of Dune, actually.
We're murdering each other. Maybe it's time for a change.
So last session, the newly acclaimed heir to House Vent, Griselda, was graphically assassinated by a hyper-corrosive toxin that she had ingested into her stomach.
It was gooey.
What's left is gooey. So our scene opens in the subterranean bowels of the palace. This maze of storage rooms and cisterns and defensive armories is the sprawl that lies beneath the palace. And in one of these underground warehouses, there's barrels and barrels and barrels of beer that has been laid in for the float. The darkness of this chamber is illuminated by these floating lights that follow members of the Wu-Tang Guard as they scour this room for any intrusion. There's this dull, distant echo of klaxons and alarms going off elsewhere in the palace. If this were time-stamped, it would be moments after, within the hour after Griselda is assassinated. And they come to this cask of wine, this section where there's wine bottles and casks of wine. And one of them has been tapped, and it's clearly the vintage that Griselda was drinking. Behind these guards, out of camera view, right, we hear this voice telling them that's contaminated, we have to get rid of it. And so these guards grab these Wu-Tang guards grab this cask of wine, take it to a drain, and just crack it open with these hammers and just spill the wine into the drain. Or they look up, anything else, sir? And the light briefly flashes on the face of Gary, Wyoming. And we cut away.
God damn it, Gary.
Now, as players, that was not Todd.
Right.
Todd is not doing secret shit y'all don't know about.
Right.
But that's who the camera showed in the movie. Right.
Okay, so it could have been CG.
Could have been CG.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're fine.
I started giggling halfway through that because I thought in all of these shelves and just miles of casks of beer, all the guards' flashlights settle on one little box of Chardonnay.
That's a boxed wine, too.
It's just with the sticker, do not throw away on there.
Some Griseldas, don't touch.
Yeah.
Please.
Some Franzia.
So,
murder wine.
The camera pulls back into the darkness, and we have this perception of upward motion as if we're rapidly traveling up through the layers of the palace to this tower where
Some David Fincher shit. Good job, Kyle.
Thank you. Where Abner, Maxim, Gary, and a number of other house potentates, important people, are being briefed by Choranvid, the Mentat. There's this hologram, essentially, playing out on a table that everyone's around. It's of the chemical compound that makes up tetrodotoxin. And she is going through telling you everything that it does, which you all already know. But she ends with, tetrodotoxin was most notably used by the Deus, an apocalyptic cult banned a century ago by the Emperor. So actually, any three of you could know this. Let's see, which one of you is most likely to have dirt on another member of the house? I think it's probably Corey.
Abner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of the bunch, isn't it?
Yep.
So it was hushed up, but it is known to you and some others that Silas had a affair with a former Deus assassin
Jesus.
who was eventually
Nobody else around?
Silas has a lot of
Right.
partners.
Okay.
A lot. A ridiculous amount.
Silas just slinging dick.
Slinging dick both sides of the aisle.
That's just, it's like Mitch McConnell dating like a Westboro Baptist church member or something.
Yeah. Well, this was when Silas was younger, where everyone thought, oh, there's no way he's going to be the heir. And so he just went off and,
dating cult members.
yeah,
Who didn't have sex with a cult member when they were young and experimenting?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, when he was having an affair with this guy was not openly a known member of the Deus. The Deus assassin was later discovered and crucified by the side of a car.
Oh, Jesus.
So Abner,
yes, just like Jesus, Austin.
just like Jesus,
Nailed it. Bit of a historian, R. Austin.
he's a scholar.
Nailed it. I get it.
Hey.
Wow. So, the Green Duke, along with Abner and Maxim, this was probably pre-Gary, Wyoming, were able to hush up Silas's involvement.
It is the PGW time era.
PGW.
Right. You had After Guild and pre-Gary Wyoming.
Pre-Gary, Wyoming.
Is that a spoiler? Is he the Messiah?
He is. And no, I don't mean, no,
but
he's
even
literally,
me.
he's not the Quetzalcoatl Haderach. He's literally the second coming of Jesus. It's just,
It just took a lot longer.
it's just
Right.
a lot of stuff to do.
Blessed are the poor.
Stab.
It's like, oh my God, is what happened to Griselda how you get raptured?
So this was when Silas was brought back to Jormungand and became tasked with more responsibilities in the house to keep him out of trouble. That's when he became the chief house envoy, diplomat. But all those connections were hushed up. But of course, Abner remembers. And again, the Deus were the ones who created tetrodotoxin.
Okay.
So Choranvid finishes her briefing and steps back, saying, "I will let you, esteemed figures, return to your tasks."
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean,
Polite.
I assume basically Abner is running this meeting.
Good job, everybody. It was a good meeting we had there. I did a good job running it.
So, what do you guys want to do?
So I assume, like, since we're kind of working together, the three of us kind of huddle up. Like, lean in, boys. We all lean in. Literally huddle. Synchronized swatches.
So we had talked about Abner. I think you're going to take the lead on interrogating Silas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tie him to a chair and, like, James Bond whip his balls or anything.
No, it can take any format you want, but we do need answers out of him.
Yeah.
And then Gary, I know your authority only kind of ends at the palace walls, but do you have any solutions in mind for maybe getting Wolfram back, or are we still worried about that? What do you guys think?
I don't think there's getting any Wolfram back at this point. Wolfram gonna Wolfram. Like, I think just,
He's not coming back here.
I think you just need to have your boys keep an eye on him.
God damn it.
More than anything. Yeah, because I think we were already doing that. I think so we got your spies kind of trying. Well, he snuck off. He's gone. Nobody knows where he is.
He
right?
is, yeah. It'll take some time for the huntsman to kind of track him down and stuff.
They better get to hunting.
And some Wu-Tang
Yeah.
Space drink.
I had the Wu-Tang in the basement. I sent them down there. Going to talk to them.
I love Gary.
The merch for this series is going to be all Gary. It's a shirt that says, I sent them there.
Sent them there.
It's his catchphrase. I'll tell you one thing, boys. When I talked to Cho-Ren earlier, something wasn't right with that broad. Can't really put my finger on it because I'm bad at rolling. But
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. There was just something off with her. We need to get a little more information about her.
All right. Well, if you want to take care of talking to Silas, I can have a conversation with Cho-Ren.
That's a pretty decent idea. But I think she's hiding something. I'm not sure how much you're going to get out of her unless you're better than rolling.
I'll find it.
Is there anything you could tell me about the Chetrotosin?
Yes,
I-
everything
I've never-
Cho-Ren just told us.
I've never heard of it.
Mate, gives you a tummy ache, I tell you that much. You know, we got another option. There's another Mentat in the house we could talk to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tim.
God damn it.
There literally is.
Jana Parwikoff Tim.
I forgot about that.
He's Parliament's Mentat.
yeah.
You would think he'd be pretty tight with old Cho-Ren.
Do we have any connections with Tim that would...
Yeah, Tim's cool
Make
as
him-
shit. Do you not know Tim?
I don't.
Oh, but you should really. That dude rules. I love him. Fucking, you know Tim, right, Gary?
Tim is my dude.
He's so fucking cool. I'm not kidding. Fucking love that dude. For a Mentat, dude rules, drinks beer and everything.
Abner hates everyone, likes one person.
Tim.
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 Might not be a bad idea. Go have a little chat with Tim. He might be able to give a little insight, and I trust him because
Into Cho-Ren.
yeah, they're Mentats. They talk to each other. They do Mentat shit. They get together and talk about math.
What do you think about multiplication? I like it.
Cool, me too.
Want to have sex? Yes.
Mentatally.
If you talk to Tim, tell him I said hello.
Yeah, please tell Tim I said hi.
I can do that.
Love
Maxim
that.
Vito feels slightly overwhelmed. But
Can't believe you don't know Tim.
But yeah, I'll check in with my Wu-Tang guards. They spread out all over the palace, see if they've seen anything weird.
Okay. Cool.
so Maxim's plan will be to speak to Cho-Ren while Abner is having his discussion with Silas.
Okay.
The first order of business for Maxim is going to be looking into seeing if there are any other known Deus members in and around Prost.
You would assume there's almost certainly not. The Sardaukar were thorough. It was remarkable. It was remarkable that Silas even knew one of them, and that was when he was off world.
Yeah. The
So-
Sardaukar, yeah. If you don't know, they're like the Emperor's like badass Navy SEALs, essentially.
Killers.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
So I'm really doing that just to kind of cover all bases. What I suspect is that if Silas had anything to do with it from that experience, it is just the knowledge that he took from being
Sure.
around a Deus for that long.
Yeah.
Really just keeping bases covered.
Yeah,
in terms
you
of
can,
making sure there is not a Deus assassin anywhere around.
Yeah, that's Maxim covering all his bases, and you can set that in motion. You don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
There are no Deus assassins in Prost.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that would be reasonable for Maxim to say, "Hey, let's check this off our list."
Yes.
Just in case there's a apocalyptic death cult assassin hanging around in a
like,
beer
just in
garden
case
somewhere.
there's like one last exiled
Who's
Deus
pissed.
assassin on
Yeah.
Wolfram's side.
Sure, that's fair. Yeah, you don't have to roll for that.
Okay, so then my course of action will be going and talking to, I guess, Tim first.
yeah.
And-
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you're gonna go. So Maxim's gonna go talk to Yana Parwikoff Tim.
Well, he mostly goes by Tim. He likes that.
Thank you.
And I like him.
Abner is gonna talk to Silas,
Yeah, sure.
and Gary is going to.
I'm going to check in with the Wu-Tang.
Okay, let's
I'm
do.
sorry, I can't get away from Taika Waititi and what we do in the shadows.
I get a big Tommy Wiseau vibe too. It's-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It
beautiful.
all works for me.
it all works perfectly.
So we'll go with Gary first. Gary goes to this essentially the palace, armory barracks area.
I'm assuming I have like some way to communicate with all of them, with all like the
Yeah.
different like section leaders to
Yeah.
come in and make a report.
Yeah, you have guard subcommanders
Yes.
that report directly to you. You don't have an immediate executive officer. Farun Tel is probably the closest thing to that. You can do it however you want. You can call a meeting. You can just check in with them individually. However Gary would do it.
I think he would just check in with them individually.
Okay.
And he does that by getting on the communicator and saying, Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the swarm.
And somewhere in the palace, 8 sub-commanders go, so is there any information you're getting specifically, or just getting update reports, progress reports?
Just progress reports, just from the various Wu-Tang that are stationed throughout the palace, just checking in with everyone, seeing if they've seen anything weird or, just seeing how shit's going.
You spend probably an hour, 2 hours talking to each of the sub-commanders. All the doors and gateways are barred. Every individual room has been checked except the rooms of the family, which is their personal security. But Wu-Tang guards are all in the section, in the housing section.
Would the ones in the basement tell me, yeah, everything's good, we got rid of that wine like you asked?
No, because as far as they know, you were there.
Ah.
But Sub-Commander Tell could say something to the effect of, and as per your orders, we still have the beer cellars locked down,
Okay.
which you never ordered.
I did not do that.
Yeah.
I did not.
I did not.
I did not hit
I did
her.
not.
I did
Oh,
not.
hi, Max.
Oh, hey, Tim.
So you're talking to Farun Tel on a communicator. How
Yes.
do you respond?
Where are we in getting that wine cask up to be inspected?
Wine cask. I'll check with the men who locked down the cellars. Give me 5 minutes. And there's this brief pause where Farun comes back. Sir, the wine has been destroyed, as per your order.
I did not do that order. What are you talking about?
Sir, I spoke with the guardsman who disposed of it. You were on site.
That is a lie. Bring them to me here.
Yes, sir. And so again, we could do a cutscene where I guess Gary's in his office, or where do you want to interrogate these guys?
Yeah, I'll be in my office.
Gary, what does Gary's office look like?
I think we've talked about
We
this.
talked about
Is it-
swords.
Yeah, there's like swords everywhere, and he's probably got one of those calendars that has like naked chicks on it on the wall.
Your chair is essentially the Iron Throne.
Yes, yes, it's made out of swords.
So what's the
Everything's made out of the table, all the
what's the lighting
headboard
like?
of my bed. No,
What's the lighting like in Wyoming's office?
I would say it's probably pretty harsh.
Okay.
because
He doesn't waste a lot of time. on it.
and he doesn't want any shadows in his office.
Right.
He needs to be able to see everything clearly because he's a murder machine.
So Gary's there in his office. Farun Tel would be, behind you to your right, and in front of you are 2 guardsmen, Wu-Tang guardsmen, veterans, standing at attention in their full green colored battle dress, and they just finished telling you with a bit of incredulity on their faces that yes, you ordered them. You were in the basement. You were in the beer cellar, and you ordered them dispose of it.
What are your names?
You know their names.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
He's just testing them.
Yeah. You're saying that I was there. I was not there. I was here. How could I be there when I was here?
So they look at each other, exchange a glance, and they do not respond. They just stay at attention, just trying desperately not to look at you. You realize they don't have an answer.
There's something weird here. Gary thinks. Gary pulls his sword Schlitz, holds it up to both of their throats, and says, if I were to kill you right now for lying, would you still tell me it was me you saw down there?
Make communicate. Which of your motivations are you using? I think truth is probably
Truth, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, my communicate is 5 and my truth is 5. He's not a great communicator.
Really?
I mean, I think you're nailing it. So it'd be 10, and okay. So the objective here is I'm assuming what you're trying to get at is for Gary to figure out in his own mind if they're lying.
If they're lying, right.
I mean, I think that's just going to be difficulty 1. veteran guardsmen. You've known them for a long time.
Yeah.
They're not trained espionage operators.
Right.
2d20, you need 1 success.
Okay. I got a 10 and a 20.
Wah, wah.
So you succeeded with the 10. The 20 is a complication, so I'm going to add a threat point to my pool.
Of course.
Which could haunt you later.
Oh, no way.
Surely not.
But Gary, yeah, you do Gary acts as you describe the blade, and they just coolly say, "Yes, sir," and you have no reason to believe they would lie.
So I believe that they're telling me the truth. They did actually think it was me that they saw down there. So my next move is going to be to get in touch with Abner and Maxim and let them know what happened, that I have 2 of my most trusted guards. They swear they saw me in the basement telling them to smash this wine cask or whatever it is. And we're dealing with something
Wacky.
very, very wacky.
You send them that message. You tell them both on communicator, just as Abner is going in to meet with Silas in Silas's apartments.
Okay.
So Silas, as a member of the house, has apartments in the palace. He has his own personal security team. Probably some are retired Wu-Tang, some are mercenaries, maybe from off planet or clan soldiers. His apartments are very well decorated. Somewhere there's a harp playing. The doors to his apartments open with this tall woman, completely bald, topless, naked to the waist. And the only thing covering below the waist is just this sheer silken gown, which is completely see-through. And she has all these tattoos that ring around her neck and down her left arm. And she says, "Silas is ready for you."
Tits, thank you.
She leads you down this long hallway to this apartment with all these overstuffed couches and chairs, and large bay windows on one side are just getting hammered with rain as the float has settled over the city. And it's well into the AM right now. And in the distance, among the skyscrapers approach, you see lightning just dancing. And Silas is there. He's similarly disrobed, though he has, only for your own proprieties, placed up a pillow strategically. And he's there's a hookah on a table out beside him, and he's just
Mourning in his own way.
he says, "Abner, it's a sad day."
Yeah, your sister's dead.
And the brusqueness of that just kind of shocks him.
Stomach fell out.
Yes, I was there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry about that. Love that Griselda I did.
He takes this small waxen piece of paper, rips off a piece, and shoves it under his tongue.
What, is he taking acid?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
In the morning?
Tripping balls.
It's probably, you're not sure what kind of drug it is. It wouldn't be something.
Right.
It wouldn't be something as strong as
Yeah.
acid. But
Silas is the party machine, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Just
listerous.
lots of drugging and fucking.
he's toned it down.
Oh, okay. Well, he stopped dating Doomsday Cult.
Now he only fucks 5 people at a time.
Yeah,
so
he's
how-
a hedonist.
Right. So how you holding up there, cuz?
It's difficult. I've had to medicate myself extensively.
Well, that's good. I hope you're getting plenty of beer there, buddy.
Oh right, yes, beer too.
So I'm just having a chat with a lot of the family members, not talking to any poor people or anything. Because she was murdered. This is terrible. And, we got to get to the bottom of this.
Sure. Have you arrested Wolfram yet?
But why would we arrest Wolfram?
Well, he obviously did it.
Is that true? Do you know that for a fact?
He takes a hit off the bong, shrugs. Who else has the most to gain?
Well, you do, I do. We could all have fun.
Do I look like the type?
To have fun?
Well,
Yeah, a little bit.
Pretty much, yeah.
to assassinate Griselda.
Well, because I hate to bring this up, but I got to cross all my I's and T's and things and umlaut me W's.
Yeah, very appropriate for this plan.
We had a report from one of Maxim's spies that they saw you milling around in Griselda's apartment. I know you guys were close. I know it's fine if you go in there, but just let me know, like, if you were doing anything bad in there. or hold on, let me rephrase
Very
this.
shrewd.
What was it you were doing in there, cuz?
So I assume this is going to be mostly a deduction made on body language.
Yes. I'm thinking understand.
Okay.
Which of your motivations? Probably truth.
Yeah,
you know,
truth.
I think truth makes a lot of sense.
So,
what's your truth at?
My truth's a 6, my understand's a 7, so 13 is...
Now, do you have any like drive statements for?
Yeah. My truth is I decide what's true. And understand I have attention to detail and deductive reasoning.
Okay, so in that case, I think attention to detail when you're trying to tell if somebody's lying, like body language, I think you could use that here.
Okay.
And what's your score?
13.
Okay, I think this is going to be contested,
Okay.
and he's going to be using power and communicate. He's got an 11. I'm going to go ahead and use a little thread here, give him an extra die.
Well, piss.
That's a critical
Bad or good?
success.
Oh, well, fuck. I got a 5 and a 16, so...
So he had an 11.
Yep.
That was his mark.
Yep.
He got a 1, which
Oh,
is
shit.
2,
Yeah.
and a 4 and an 8. So he got 4 successes.
Jesus.
God.
How many did you get?
1.
Silas does answer your question. He insists he doesn't know what you're talking about, and he tells you that he didn't arrive to the palace until an hour before first call. And he has multiple witnesses that can attest to that. Now, he's lying
Sure.
about something,
That, for sure.
but you're not sure about which part of the story.
Right.
You could definitely confirm pretty rapidly with the Wu-Tang on when he did arrive.
Sure.
Officially. But you also know that there was an intrusion earlier in the day and somebody went clandestinely, and you still don't know who did that.
Yeah.
And all the people that are his witnesses are in his entourage.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, Wu-Tang notoriously nearsighted. Could have been anybody who has your exact look. Anyway, well, that's really all I had there, Silas. But we do need to catch up here. I know you get around. I know you sling the D, as they say.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. You dating anybody seriously these days?
You know, romance is dead.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, Abner, after this is all over, we should catch up. We can go to a resort I know of on Khitan, and they could please even someone as unsexed as you. When was the last time you got it wet?
I took a bath today.
Well, that's something.
When was the last time you got it wet?
It's nobles. They talk that way.
Smell this, Abner.
Right.
Look, don't worry. I'll help
Okay.
you. I'll be your wingman. And he points to the bald woman who's just lounging. It's like, if you have some time now.
I don't really have a moment right now, Ariolas, but due to me job being a cop, I gotta figure out who murdered your sister.
Yes, I've forgotten. I'm sorry.
Really?
If I can
Why?
be of any. One thing I neglected. Silas has a talent called hidden motives.
Oh, okay.
So when someone fails a communicate or understand contest with him, they gain a new trait that reflects their misunderstanding of him.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say so you failed the test, obviously.
Yep. Oh, I got one success.
Yeah, that's failure. He got more than you did, so you failed. So yeah, so I'm thinking like worthless hedonist as applied to as regards Silas.
Okay, that's how I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that will color your other test. And I think it's just for this scene. I think that goes away.
Okay.
I believe so, because Maxim also
Yeah.
has that talent.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that will go away after this scene is over.
Okay.
But for right now, you think that he's just a worthless hedonist.
Okay. So, he asked me about my wet member.
No, he asked you if it was wet.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a worthless hedonist like you, but, because that's how I see you now, suddenly. You get around, you throw it at anybody. Hell, you even threw it at one of them cult members back in the day. Remember that? That was fucked up, and the Sodicall strung him up.
Okay, make a communicate.
Okay.
Well done.
This is going to be contested again. So I think actually I had you roll understand last time to detect if he was lying.
Yes.
Where communicate is better, but it's neither here nor there.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you want to see how that he takes that comment. Right?
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so communicate and truth, or do you have a better drive that might fit? You can argue for your drive, rather, but...
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with truth on that.
Okay, because communicate's definitely communicate, and he's going to be using his communicate, and...
Okay, I'm going to use a talent called Intense Study.
Okay.
My communicate's a 6, but my understand's a 7.
Okay.
Intense Study allows me to use understand instead of communicate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just do it, or do you have to spend...
Yeah. It's just one of my talents, and I can use understand instead, and the focus is attention to detail and deductive reasoning. Truth, so 13 again is what I'm going for.
Yeah, so he's doing his 7. He's got truth 7 and communicate 7. Silas does, so he's 14.
Okay. I got a 17 and a 7, so I got 1.
You got 2
You
successes.
got 2 successes. I've got a 6, which is 1 success, and I got a critical failure.
So that's good for me, right?
That is good for you.
So Silas screams.
No, he smoking the hookah, and he just starts going. Oh, what? What?
Yeah, one of them old die-use boys. Oh, boy. Whew. That's an ugly bunch.
So obviously he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'll keep my pecker dry, thank you.
So
Dry as a bone.
he did get a complication. Do you have any thoughts on what that could be?
Okay, so since I got a 7 there, that's a critical, so that's 2
Yes.
successes.
Yeah.
That gives us another momentum, which we have 2.
Right now.
So I can use those to create a new asset, like a blackmail thing on him, right?
You can.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to use those 2 to make a blackmail on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the Dios?
Yeah.
So he looks at you, just narrows his eyes. What are you after, Abner?
Just want the truth, cuz. Want to do what's best for the house.
Is the information you have in a file somewhere
I've got information.
that I assume you could give to me in exchange for whatever it is you want?
Yeah, we could talk about that.
Fine.
All right. Sounds good. It's good talk.
So you want to know where he was as regards Griselda's apartment?
Yes.
So he comes clean. He lied to you about where he was. He was not with his entourage outside of the city. He was in the palace. Mm-hmm. But he did not go to Griselda's apartments. He was with Naomi Hake, the Bene Gesserit.
Is that the Lord's Bene Gesserit consort?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So he was with Naomi Hake in her apartments. And he basically says to you, we've been lovers for years.
Ah. Well, it's technically legal. You're not blood related or anything. Watched enough of the old stepmom porn I have.
And he says, I don't think Uncle Leopold would see it the same way.
Yeah, he'd probably cut your head off, and you, Willie.
Yes, the thought had occurred to me.
So in exchange for the blackmail material you have, he gave you new blackmail material.
He's loading it up.
You get the impression, too, from talking to him, that all the people in his entourage, who he had sent out of the room before he told you this, he's not actually sleeping with any of them. That's just a front.
He's actually a fucking loser.
Yeah.
No, he's just sleeping with the Bene Gesserit
Yeah,
and has been in love with her for years. Or that's what he tells you, and you don't think he's lying this time.
Right.
And she has not gotten pregnant with the Duke's child in 2 years. So.
Well, I think it's wrong that you're doing that, but I'm not going to say anything for now. You just keep the faith with me there, cuz.
Of course, I'm your man, Abner. You can trust me.
Ah, cool, when I high-five him.
Right.
Always liked you, I did. Glad we're friends now.
Yes. We're definitely friends.
All right, well, I got some more stuff to do.
Sure, you have to find my sister's murderer.
Yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to take a shit.
I don't need to know these things.
Drop the hobbits off at Isengard.
Holy shit.
We're not that close.
Okay. Well, take her easy. I'm leaving. Bye.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the palace, in a common area, which, shockingly for House Vent, is basically a bar, Maxim finds Yana Parwakov Tim at the bar.
Maxim kind of sits down at the bar next to Tim,
Hey, how's it going?
orders a round for the two of them.
He already has 2 beers sitting there.
I do it anyway.
Oh, thank you. He takes 4 beers. Oh, wait. You want one of these?
I would appreciate that. Thank you. How are you, Tim?
I'm good.
We've never gotten to know each other.
Nope.
I just thought we should sit down and have a lovely, friendly chat. Gary and Abner say hi, by the way.
Tim looks around, see other people in the bar, looks down at himself. Me? Today?
Yes.
Murder day.
Yes.
Okay, we can hang.
So you've known Jo Renvid quite a while. She seems quite singular in some of her intuitive talents. And Jo Renvid has seen things that I believe she feels insecure in communicating to the nobles of our house. And it seems quite odd to me that she would know something and see something worth reporting and not say anything. Is there a reason why why a Mentat would hang on to a particular piece of information?
So Tim takes one of his beers and drinks the entire thing,
Yeah,
Maxim
Tim.
waits patiently.
clears his throat, says, Choranvid is a Mentat, so she would only withhold information if she was ordered to, or she did not trust fully the other party. Tim says, and right now, who's not a suspect?
It's a good point. Good talking to you, Tim.
Okay, bye.
Maxim stands up and kind of hobbles out of the bar on his cane.
And as you leave, Tim sharpens a knife. No. All right. So I assume you guys are trading information back and forth.
I think it's time for a meetup, y'all.
Yeah.
Da-na-na, meet up.
Okay, so we get back together. You guys want to my office? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you guys are crammed into Abner's office. What we know what Gary's office looks like.
Right.
What is have we described the interior of Abner's? I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either. It's gray
Now is this Abner's office in the palace or Abner's office
in the palace.
Okay, not at Stasi headquarters.
No. It's gray, which his other office is like way more drab, but this one is it's gray, but there's like he's got like on his desk he's got like a little porpoise figurine to liven the place up.
Sure. Well, as we established earlier in the campaign, porpoises are very well taken care of.
I mean, his other office is where the beatings go down and stuff. He doesn't do that in the palace. He wants to look like a human.
What kind of furniture does Abner have?
Chair.
Somebody brought in 2 other chairs
Yeah.
or another chair from outside. It's
Yeah.
like obviously from another part of the palace because
Right.
it has color.
Yeah.
It's like a felt top card table.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, boys, saw some tits.
Oh, my.
That's how he opens.
Yeah, talked to Silas, I did.
And?
Well, I found out some shit, y'all. First off, I'll let you guys in on a little information didn't really know, but he used to date one of them cult members, the ones that make the poison that killed Griselda. Made her tummy fall out. And here's some other shit I got on him now. This is so cool.
He immediately gives away all the blackmail info.
Well, he trusts you guys.
Yeah.
He's been banging the Bene Gesserit. That's right. The Green Duke's old lady. He's
been with the consort?
his willy is so wet off that. It's what people say now. I know it sounds gross. Yeah, it's nasty. He's a nasty motherfucker.
Abner hangs out with one cool person and just immediately copies everything they say.
Dick wet. Take that as you will. But he's also he was quick to throw his brother Wolfram under the table. Tell you that.
And what do you think, Abner?
Silas lied to me about a lot of things. It wasn't until I busted out that information about his affair with that cult member that he gave me any kind of truth as far as I could tell. But I do believe him when he said he wasn't in Griselda's apartment. But I can't explain that because Gary's Wu-Tang, they're trustworthy. If they say they saw him, they saw him.
Yeah, you could trust the Wu-Tang. However,
Oh, do you have secrets too?
Truth or dare?
there is something very weird going on here, fellows.
What do you mean?
You said the Wu-Tang saw Silas and it was not Silas.
Yeah, and I kind of believe him on that.
My Wu-Tang saw me and it was not me.
Explain further.
The Wu-Tang that was stationed in the basement, they destroyed the cask of wine that had the acid. And they said they were doing it under my orders. I never gave that order. I was not there.
We got us a mystery.
Wait, so our one piece of evidence is destroyed?
It was destroyed in the basement by the Wu-Tang. Did you hear me? They said I was there and I was not there.
Oh, seems like we got a couple of mysteries going on.
I will say I do trust what Cho Renvid gave you in the basement while they were looking at Griselda's body. I had a conversation with, I can't remember his name.
Tim!
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Tim.
yes, Tim.
Love that dude.
How is Tim doing?
Was he
He's fine. He says, hey.
was he drinking?
A bit.
Ah, cool.
That's a Tim thing to do. Classic Tim.
I love that
You
dude.
guys have a very low standard for character. But I will say he gave me a good bit of insight on Cho Renvid, and apparently a mentat can only withhold information if they are being ordered to. There's also a clause that says they can not tell you something if they don't trust you, but I find you a completely above board person, so I
Yeah.
don't think that's it.
Yeah, I think most people feel that way about me. So here's the
Editor, they did not.
Ron Howard voice.
Is there something? I mean, do I need? I might need to roll for this or something. But would any of us know what a face dancer is? Because basically, face dancers in Dune lore can change their appearance.
Yes.
Is the whole thing.
Shape changers,
Yep.
shapeshifters. So you could make an understand.
I have a talent for passive scrutiny, which gives me one free obtain info
Okay.
in a scene.
Okay. I mean, if you want to use it for this scene, then you can know about face dancers.
Okay.
Maxim is the spy master.
Sure.
So he has agents off-world, presumably. And you have had reports of espionage operatives that can change their appearance.
All right.
It's incredibly rare.
You guys,
Yeah.
is there a light bulb above my head?
Uh-oh.
I don't see anything there.
No, there's nothing.
Well, I have an idea. There is a type of being known as a face dancer who can change their appearance at will.
Holy shit, that's cool as hell.
It is very cool.
Man, imagine if we had some of them.
I think maybe we've got one in the palace. We have two instances now of someone appearing to be in a place they were definitely not.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
With
And
Gary.
one of them was me.
Yeah, one of them was Gary.
Very true.
That's crazy.
And
They could even take on the appearance of Tim.
Abner, it wouldn't surprise me if someone was masquerading as Silas if they were messing around Griselda's chambers.
Checks out.
If this is true, how do I know that you are you? It could be any one of us.
That's a whole new can of worms. This is like the thing.
That's very true.
Crazy.
Somebody get some whiskey and a flamethrower.
Blood test time.
yeah. I'm telling you, if somebody else was me, they had my face, it's going to give me nightmares.
It's very scary, but I think the solution is to just, like Abner normally says, have you boys keep an eye on
Yeah, we need to get the boys on this.
I'm going to get some jalapeno poppers. Anybody want to join?
I'll take some garlic bread. Hell
Well,
yeah.
that's definitely Gary.
Some beers, maybe.
So you continue plotting. You have some jalapeno poppers brought up, along with some beer.
Hell yeah.
Garlic bread?
And it's still very early in the morning. So as the sun is coming up, which is with the float, just a vague brightening of the overcast skies, you all retire to actually get some rest. Abner goes to his apartments. His Wu-Tang guardsmen that are normally outside his doors to his apartments are gone.
Oh, shit.
He goes inside. Does Abner have a body man or butler? What kind of
He's got a boy or a servant, one of his boys.
a manservant?
Yeah, it's one of the basically one of his secret policemen, but like one of the lesser ones. Mm-hmm. The ones that if they were to get you in a room and punch you, it wouldn't hurt that bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you go into your common room. What is Abner's common room decorated like?
It's gray.
Sure, gray carpet.
There's one porpoise figurine on a coffee table.
Yeah. And just kind of the most boring couch and chairs in the world.
Right, yeah.
So your body man.
Chad.
I had a name for him, but Chad works. He's on the coffee table. There's a tumbler that has some alcohol in it. He's sitting in a chair. His back is to you, just staring at the opposite gray wall, which is just windows where you can see the sun vaguely starting to come up. Normally, he greets you at the door. Chad?
So I had to tap him on the shoulder.
The body falls over.
Ah, shit, Chad's dead.
Yeah, it just tumbles, smashes in the coffee table. The whiskey goes tumbling, and a voice behind you says, Chad won't be joining us. What about you and I just talk?
Who is it?
We'll find out next time.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, no.
Man.
I literally cannot wait. Tell me the fuck who it is.
But you do feel a blade settle against your neck.
Ah, son of a bitch. That sucks too.
And it's a woman's voice.
Wow, what a cliffhanger right there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's very exciting.
I'm just going to kill you next time.
Boy, goddamn. Well, spoiler.
It's been 2 episodes of intrigue. It's time somebody fucking
It's
dies.
time for murder. Hey, Griselda died last time.
A little bit.
Murder.
Murder.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that
Violent murder.
Yeah.
was
Pretty violent.
I feel like I'm covering all those bases.
I'm good on murder.
So
I
what
want
you're
to fight
saying-
someone that where I am just notoriously outmatched.
Done.
So we'll be back next week with another thrilling chapter in the Dune saga. Please follow us on the old Twitters and Facebooks and Instagram and we got the old Patreon, patreon.com/BastardQuest. Thank you to new donor Derek Operly. Thank you very much for being a patron. If it seems like it takes a while for us to mention your name on the podcast, it's because we record these pretty far in advance. So.
Yeah, relatively,
But
yeah.
thank you guys very much for that.
Yeah, it is
We appreciate it.
2019 right now.
Jesus. Sure
Man,
hope
2020 is going to be a great year.
I
Right,
can't
guys?
wait.
Sure hope there ain't no COVIDs or anything.
What's a COVID?
Just funny words I make up.
Oh, jokes.
Yep.
Oh, and also, if you follow us at the podcast places, rate us and give us comments.
Yep. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes. Which we did on the also on the Patreon last week. We put our first bonus episode up, and it was us playing Dune, but it was like the pre-made adventure, and it was a lot of fun with pre-made characters.
It was on Arrakis.
Yeah, pretty goofy kind of fun story there.
Very action packed.
Yes.
There's going to be more action in this one next week.
There
Yay.
will. Yeah. I have. Oh, Kyle, I have no doubt.
There's going to be a fight
Yay!
against Abner, who's not built for that.
No, not at all.
Don't worry.
Are any of
Yeah.
us built for that except for Gary?
Gary
Gary
is.
is very.
That's why the assassin's not in Gary's room. Because I want to win.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. That'll do it. We'll see you next week.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.